As every investor grows in their journey, this is an important question that they grapple with. This is about whether you should measure how much you're saving or what your returns are. Now, as you transition from a saver to an investor, you're obviously starting to focus on the return side of the equation. The basic idea is that when you start investing, your investments start working for you, and the money that you contribute is not as important as the money that you earn. Or this is what people refer to as make money while you sleep, because your investments are working for you. Now, obviously, this is an interesting way to think about your investments because you're trying to create a passive source of income. You're not trying to do all of the heavy lifting by yourself. So does it make sense to actually focus only on returns and not on how much you're saving? Because eventually what you put in is supposed to work for you. Now, as a long-term investor, I think what you should be measuring is actually how much you're saving and not what your returns are. Now, there are a few reasons for this, and it can seem quite controversial to flip the equation and start measuring what you're contributing rather than what your investments are doing for you. Now, the first reason that we're going to look at contributions rather than returns are that contributions are very much in your locus of control, whereas returns are not. Returns are market linked. They are quite finicky. It can vary because of economic data. It can vary because of news articles. It can vary because of macros. There's a lot of things that go into the return side of the equation, many of which are not in your control. So what is in your control is how much you are contributing and what you can do at a given point in time. Now, if you're a consistent saver and you're a smart saver, then returns will follow. It's not like your returns aren't going to show up. Instead, what an investor needs to ask is whether they're in the right products or not. When we focus our attention towards product selection, then we're not really chasing returns and we're not really trying to optimize every last percentage there. Instead, we're trying to find suitability and we're trying to make a match between the kind of investment style that we have versus the products. So when this match is more aligned, you're going to see better participation from your side, you're going to see better returns from the product side, and you're actually going to be able to do a lot more with your wealth creation journey. So the question that you should be asking is, am I in the right product? Rather than, why aren't my returns as good as I thought they should be? The last thing that we want to look at, how sustainable a particular return rate is. If you're a long-term investor and you have a period of excessively good returns, it's unlikely that you're going to see these returns over the next 4 or 5 years. So you might have a year or two where returns are flat, or you might need to reposition your portfolio and start booking out profits. So as an investor, you need to keep a reasonable long-term return expectation. I think a good level could be anywhere between 10 to 15% compounded, because when you're looking at 10, 15, 20 years, this is a very achievable return expectation. At the same time, it also gives you a benchmark to measure your portfolio against to see if you're actually reaching those targets or if you're doing better than that, and if you need to adjust your return expectations in case you're doing much better than a reasonable return expectation. This brings us to the end of the video, where we have clearly told you why measuring savings gives you a much clearer picture of what you can achieve than measuring returns. Whether you want to measure returns or savings, the ithought way could serve you very well. And if you'd like to explore what ithought can do for you, then reach out to us on WhatsApp at 9500027285.